Hey everyone, this is Keith. This is like 30 seconds after recording the last video for the SideQuest channel. I'm not going to say today or anything because there's nothing. But we're going to dive into where I'm currently at in Python 3. I've been using FreeCodeCamp, taking it step by step. And I've been fighting with the system, which has been fun for me. Rebuilding foundation, working through the basics, variables, loops, functions, mostly the basic stuff. I'm actually on FreeCodeCamp where I'm learning the Caesar Cipher section right now. And again, yes, I have something written because I need structure and organization before I derail myself. This is the start documenting process, mostly to put myself on accountability, but anybody who wants to learn with me, it's here. I also finally set up a GitHub account. I've been bugged by a couple of my friends, and even family members telling me I need to make a GitHub account if I'm going to do coding. So I finally made one. I'm probably going to use it partway through. I'm probably after the Caesar Cipher, and maybe there's a section called Build It RPG. Try and do a mini project. So I'm learning and building at the same time so that I can do stuff. I'm thinking one of the things I really wanted to do was make an encryptor game or a decryptor game where you're hacking like a lock or something. And I'm hoping it's going to be easy. Excuse me. And also, there's nothing on that GitHub of mine that I just made. The goal is to track progress, see mistakes, failures, where I win at things. Not necessarily win, but success rates, or you understand. Before I show you all that on the screen, I just wanted to go through everything that I just did here, learned so far, and aiming for what next. So, let's get off of this, go on to Python. Should really get it going. Green screen, that'd be great. I'm actually in a good spot for one, but I also really like my poorly put up black and white checker print. Are
you sure about that?
Foam padding. So I've actually been at this for a couple of weeks, and I wanted it as an opportunity to now hold myself accountable, because I feel like I should have been further than this by now. My original goal was to be certified by January. It is right now December 5th. I technically started this in October, partway through, but sorry. Before I click into where'd it go? There we go. Before I click, I'm on 14. Am I on 14? I thought I was on. Oh, I have to redo it. Okay. It didn't save the process, so because I clicked back into it. Probably the same thing with the questionnaire, the first one I was showing everyone. This is GitHub. I've typed in, if you tap slash or backslash, you can search on this site. I've searched Python beginner projects. Well, technically I put in beginner Python projects, but I found Bohumlik, and these are the suggestions. And so far, these are under the beginning stuff. So I might come into here at some point to build something. All right. 10 minutes in, I'm going to hold myself accountable and actually start doing something. And with my face covering everything, I'm going to put myself on the other side. And flip my camera. So it looks like I'm looking at the screen. I'm paying attention, I promise. Yeah. This is, however, Caesar is a function. I can prove it. Print encrypt. So I'm going to go print. Oh, fat fingers. We're going to go print and brackets. And we're going to put in, excuse me, colons, and that becomes a string. Encrypt. So this is morning. It is 7:08 now. Or 7:08. Sorry. Fine print on the computer. Encrypt underscore text. Oh, I'm done. Simple as that. Going to part 4. Or 14. Previous lesson, you learned statement is used to return value from a function. If I go quiet, because I'm learning. Maybe I'll read everything out, maybe I won't. Half the time I'm listening music and my desktop audio would be off, so nothing gets copyright written or anything. Maybe I'll even show you what I'm listening to if anybody's interested. Right now I don't have anything on, I'm not listening to anything. On the previous lesson you learned that the return statement is also used to return a value. Return spam. Kind of like printing, but without printing. It's just to place the function returning itself back in to be used, if that makes sense. Return a value from a function so you can use it elsewhere in your code. Example code. Define spam, return spam. Remove the printed encrypted text from a function and then delete the declaration of encrypted text. And return directly. Okay. So it wants me to return the variable directly. So remove the print function. Delete the declaration of this. Tab in. Return. Is that it? Yoda has an indentation error. You need to pass in on a new line of block. Does it not need an indentation? Okay. Oh, because it... Fucking stupid. I'm dumb. It's already on an indentation. Oh, focus. Function top line Caesar. I want to build one. Code. The team knows that although that's encrypted, uppercase letters left on touch. Oh, uppercase letters? I don't have uppercase letters. They want you to add uppercase letters to them. Oh, that's because the table is not included uppercase letters. Okay, sorry. Basically, you know that's your string string. President. Transfer. Calling upper of it. Example code. Oh. I'll take your string by calling it each argument. Uppercase. So it doesn't. Uppercase. Oh, this. Uppercase. Can I just, from the example. Alright. I can't charge it. So let's. Can I do dot upper? You should want to target your string called. Oh, so within it, this I put it here. There we go. I'm running wrong. I'll do your string contain. There you go. I'll do your string by calling conjugate each argument. Okay. Okay, what if I just go? Code is an error. I was being dumb. Well. Huh. You can't. Oh, there's my capture. Oh, sorry. Go here. Just go everything. Well, let's listen to just music, please. Yeah, I can't hear it. Looks like concrete jungle this morning. Alright, so here. Show my videos out. Okay, so. I gotta be dumb. Why is that actually here, not down here? Look. Why do I also feel like it wants me to update it down here to be like this and go dot upper I don't want to do it, but when in doubt, go to the resource page. I've got to be being dumb. So, Rivian, tell me what's going on. You've changed from the C code. You only need to work on the arguments. You do not need to do that. Seems like I'm not the only one, so that's good. I don't need to feel stupidly dumb. I suggest resetting this step and restore the original code and try again. This time only apply upper to the argument passed in the function. So instead of argument, you need to conjugate alphabet dot upper to alphabet. Calling the function to two arguments. This is the starting code. So this is calling a method and passing two arguments. And you need to modify those arguments. And they didn't fucking finish. So now you what are your two arguments? What, the punctuation? Your syntax around the alphabet variable is messed up. I put a fucking Is that what they wanted? Am I being dumb about this? What? one lesson. I got one fucking lesson in, and I'm stumped. I feel really dumb about this. Three days ago. So this was recent. So nobody... Yes, I'm an aperture nerd. Although this isn't... Oh, hang on. I need to turn off the display so it fits better. In syntax, your string dot upper. That's... Oh, please, no, I don't want to listen to Peyton Parrish right now. I don't even want him on my list currently. Okay. Text dot upper. So what if my function in Python is... I feel like I'm just cheating by looking up, but there's also knowledge for learning is set as, let's say, just it wants me to update this the table equals string dot make trans right, make trans when using a make trans in Python unit translation, you need to incorporate uppercase, and you can achieve this by providing the lowercase characters the first argument. Python. Okay. Under what? But this is the fucking string. Provides all lowercase English alphabet. But no. And I need to use upper as well. That make more sense when looking that up? To combine and Python, one might need to clarify the intended case. If the goal is to create a translation table that specifically maps lowercase to their uppercase counterparts, one can use string with string. I'm not... One can call upper the first string and then use translate within a custom translation table. So, what I thought But that would be me just doing this again. Yeah, there's no argument. Free vote. Okay. My brain is fried. I feel really dumb. I'm usually getting through like 3 or 4 of these in the morning, but I also spent 12 minutes doing the first video and the intro to this video, and now I've got to get ready and eat breakfast before I go into work. Maybe I'll save what I have here, come back to it maybe tonight or tomorrow, and make this all one video while I figure out what I was doing wrong. Alright, I'll be back. I was muted. Okay, so this should be the last of it. I'm going to attempt to finish these Caesar ciphers. We're on step 17. Well, I feel like I did finish this one. See how it said I was wrong, and then you said I was right? Okay. Step 18, I guess. Oh, if you're wondering, this is what I kind of call breakfast bread. I made it, with my, not sponsored, Rise cinnamon cereal protein powder. 2 scoops of that in there. Although, by adding the protein powder, I had to use so much more flour for it to make a bread. It was, like, really wet for a while before it became an actual dough. Step 18. As you recall from the previous lesson, the NOT operator is a unary logical operator that negates the expression. Correct. Except the opposite. Use the NOT operator to fix the condition of the if statement so that your function returns shift must be not when shift is not. Not. Yay! How was that easy? I was just adding in the not statement. Okay, cool. We gotta probably figure out what project. So maybe at the end of this, once I finish the Caesar Cipher, I will go through on GitHub. We'll figure out what project I'm gonna do before I close out the video. Also not sponsored by Premier Protein, but it was on sale, and I wanted extra protein. Step 19. A negative or shift or null shift should not be accepted by your function. Therefore, your first if statement created by another if statement that checks if the shift is less than 1 and returns the string shift must be a positive integer. So you wanting it here, tabbed in to if See, my brain's trying to tell me to do if colon shift how did I do it before? I have a feeling the other if statement should be shift integer. If shift is less than 1. Okay. If shift is less than 1, return excuse me. Shift must be a integer. Right? No. Because that's too close. There's an error in that. What am I doing wrong? Your second if statement should return shift. Oh. Positive. Positive integer. Okay. I wonder if it would have passed the other way. Step 20. Yay, kind of a badge. More bread. It was gym day too. I get paid, I'll donate. So we got step 20. So already verified. Shift has to encrypt the text. It should be positive. It cannot exceed 25, the last index of the alphabet, though. Add a second condition to the if statement. Ooh. Okay. That verifies the shift is greater than 25. Remember that logical operation or operation in Python is independent. The or operator also updates the return. Oh, okay. So shift is greater than 25. Integer must be an integer between 1 and 5. Woohoo! By the power of Grayskull. Alright, if I don't do a pop-up for Keyman or Skeletor, something wrong with my editing. Step 21. Python allows you to specify the default value for the parameters in a function, creating a function that can be called fewer or no arguments. Here's how to create a function where the name parameter has a default value. Define greet name equals poly, return hello name. Print B, and then hello poly. Add a third parameter named encrypt to your function to give it a default value of true. And one missing requirement. Like encrypt. Function with a name parameter. A third parameter named encrypt. I was just thinking how I just got through 3 of these without any issues. And to be fair, they're to the point. I'm not going to say that this isn't to the point. Just got to figure out what I need to do. We've got a parameter in the function called that can be called fewer or no arguments. Here is how to create it. Third parameter named. How do I? These are the parameters, though. Excuse me. Give it a default value of true. Return. I've got no idea. You should add a third parameter named encrypt. Default value true. Not modify existing parameters. Do not modify existing parameters. It's gotta be something that I'm looking at and I'm being dumb. Okay, nothing there. If I ask Aria, what does she say? One. Okay, let's see what Aria has to state, because there's no... I want to understand what I am missing. I'll read whatever's in this blank space. Alright, let's add a third parameter to encrypt. I don't like how Aria did that. So it thinks by just putting encrypt equals true. Explanation. Def text shift encrypt equals true. So it really was I being dumb and it really wanted. It really fucking thinks that just by putting this in here, it let's see, when I first failed, it stated, do not modify any, I think it said other functions. Focus on the I mean, that's exactly what I'm trying to do. But it really thinks that this is what Arya thinks is supposed to happen. But I was just fucking around just to see if resetting it. Why? Why does adding an encrypt parameter inside the main function with a return equal value? Okay. I guess this is what coding is all about, trying to understand why shit works and why shit doesn't work. Step 22. You're going to use the parameter added in the previous step. Encrypt true. Okay, so it's right there too. To determine if the function should encrypt the text passed to it. Default behavior. Encrypt equals true. Or if it should decrypt in an encrypted message. Write an if statement that checks if is not truthy. want to create an if statement. Oh shit, it is not truthy. Okay. If encrypt is greater than minus shift return false? Return false. Alright, what am I doing wrong? I hate going back to this. Oop. Alright. Seeing how this is... apparently my friend went learning. Implement a decryption function using the encrypt parameter. Here's how you modify your Caesar function to include. Are you fucking kidding? If... it was right there in fucking front of me. Alright. It wants if not encrypt. And then underneath, the shift function acts as the return. Not encrypt. Oh. Shift. It was right fucking there in front of me, and I get it. I've only used the not statement one other time, other than learning it in the fucking truthy shit here, or yeah, right in here. It was used once in this fucking Caesar Cipher. So that it really just wanted if not to make it a false statement while encrypting, but setting shift to minus shift, which is okay. I'm just being dumb. Maybe I'm not awake enough for this. Who fucking knows? Okay, I'm gonna get up for some water before I continue this. A descriptive name. Return a Caesar calling as in the text. Shift. So I'm assuming text should equal decrypt and shift should equal encrypt. So define I have to make it Caesar again? Text equals decrypt shift equals encrypt. Fuck. Okay, hang on. I think I did it wrong. Pass, and so false is the third argument for the decrypt function? Excuse me? Whoa. Declare two functions. Define Caesar. Text equals decrypt and shift equals encrypt. I want to see what other people have done. Okay, this might be too new before I get any information. I don't want to define them with a function. What the fuck? I was doing really fucking well with understanding. Now, if I'm understanding this correctly, I'm not supposed to use the Caesar function, but it wants me to return using the Caesar function. I need an explanation of what I'm supposed to be doing here. Okay. Are you shitting me? I'm really fucking dumb. It's right fucking here. Define the function. Define encryption. And then return. Return Caesar. right? I was really fucking dumb with this. It's right in the fucking name. Am I doing this right? I'm really dumb. It's right that I'm reading it and it didn't make sense to me. Text and shift. Return Caesar. What was it? False? Is that what was I reading? Text shift encrypt equals false. Oh, right. Okay, so text shift encrypt equals false. I'm getting really annoyed with myself while learning this. I got from step 17 to step 21 perfectly fine. Everything after that, it might have been step 20. It's not clicking. It literally just said to declare two functions. I could have fucking figured that out, and I was being dumb. Define two functions. That's okay, because every video I've seen about being a coder and a programmer, a beginner has to look something up. Even a senior level coder sometimes has to go, okay, I gotta look up this beginner level thing to figure out how to pass code, which is fine. I just wish I'm in the learning process of this right now, and it didn't jog my memory. I'm a little upset with myself. I'm hoping I'm not do shit. I want to do this myself. It's time to test the encrypt function using the same arguments. Caesar Caesar. Call from encrypt. I'll see the same output. Okay. Good to know. Probably makes sense why it does it that way. Step 25. Now you're going to test the decrypt function. Replace the value assigned to the encrypted text. Oh. So replace decrypt. The following string. Oh. Instead of this, put this here. Argument shift to 13. Courage is found in unlikely place. Oh, that was really cool. Caesar Cipher is complete. Oh. I'm not supposed to replace anything here. Am I? Okay, fuck off. What am I doing? Declare the value name. Okay, so this is supposed to be 13. Declare a value. Decrypted underscore text. Then assign it a call to decrypt. Decrypt. This is supposed to be 3 still? What am I doing? Print. Am I print decrypted? It doesn't understand the value of 13. Okay. Right here at the end of this, I refuse to look this up. Place the value assigned to encrypt text. Reset the function. Okay, so it didn't work. Replace the value assigned to encrypted text. Message to decrypt. Okay. Then declare a variable I'm not supposed to. Oh no! What did I do? decrypt. Decrypt. Assign it to call. And text. Oh, I think I'm there. I think I'm right there. And I'm on the right path for this. Declare value, decrypted text equals I need to know. Am I not supposed to have this? Alright, what am I doing wrong? And how close am I to being right? I have a feeling that I'm right there, but something is missing. Okay. Just going over the whole thing. Shift equals minus shift. Alphabet, shifted alphabet. Modification string. Encrypted text. Define encrypt. Return Caesar. Return the decrypted text. Return Caesar shift encrypt equals false. Okay. Oh. Okay. Something else is not here. Encrypted text. Am I not supposed to have this? Text. Oh my god. I wasn't supposed to have a shift value in encrypt. And I put test instead of text. Courage is found in an unlikely place. P is 13 letters after C. Okay, so... Oh, that makes sense. That makes so much sense. Okay, so I finally beat Caesar Cipher. We're at the end of this. Alright, with that being said, let's go to GitHub. I'm logged in, right? Okay. Begin Python project. So let's look up. I didn't spell projects right. Beginner level Python projects. Alright, so I fucking mostly understand the encryption and encryption process. I'm 38 steps out of 461 complete. Great. Alright, let's see these projects. And then that'll be the premise of the next video that I do for coding. Because I need to do something so I can test myself. I really wanted to make like a decryptor or an encryption game, which would be really cool. Where you have to break down the text and everything. That'd be really cool. I wonder if that's a thing in here. Let's see. Would a decrypt... I don't know why I think there should be any decryptor Python game be an easy beginner project. Easy. It's gonna force me to use the Caesar Cipher. And then I'll be in. I just bit the shit out of my finger. Visual Studio. Is that what I have? Visual Studio Code. Working inside there. A Python-based decryptor game can indeed be an easy and engaging project for beginners, depending on the complexity and the method. Okay. Consider a simple cipher. Avoid complex cryptographic elements that require advanced method. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Break down the problem. Divide the project into smaller manageable tasks, creating an encryption function, creating a decryption function, building a game. Logic. Okay, so let's build a process. This is where I'm okay to be using like AI. That I'm like, okay, let's see how I would do it to implement it, because I just need to break it up into parts. So that's where I'm gonna go with this. I think I want to challenge myself with a decryptor Python game, which will be the start for next episode. But that'll be like a small project that I'm working on bits and pieces. While trying to continue, I don't think I can do any of this without doing that, because this might confuse me in the process. Alright, so with that, we're going to bring this video to a close, and maybe I'll probably start the process of the other one, but I also am going to compile the segmented videos together in StoneyViking to see how much I have to edit. Alright, that is our first video placed together over the span of the last 4 or 5 days. We can do this. Alright, everyone. I'll see you guys in the building process of a decryptor game. I really wanted to scream like Jacksepticeye, but I'm not going to do that. Everybody in my house is asleep. See everybody in a bit. Or later, or whatever. I don't have anything.